Hey, it's Jason with Faction Marine. Right now we're going to talk about problems with our boat leaning. One reason might be that your boat is leaning, could be that you have ballast in one of these areas and you aren't quite sure that it's actually empty. The Centurion boats use a timer. Okay, there's no floats in here. Your system can read zero and you can still have ballast in there. For example, maybe a hose got kinked. Maybe maybe something like the pump has failed. It'll read a zero on the screen, but you still have ballast in the boat. That would give you a lean when you're sitting still and not moving. It's very important to diagnose your lean. Is it happening while you're sitting still? Is it only happening while you're driving? Those are two big differences. If it's while you're sitting still, it's almost always going to be a ballast issue. Okay, you can look at our ways that we go into trailer mode and manually open the rear drain gates. You drive for 45, 60 seconds at 10 to 15 miles an hour. That will drain out the excess ballast that would be stuck in your ram fills. If it is a pump related issue, like let's say that rear compartment just isn't draining, you can come over here and simply hold down on the drain button for a couple seconds, and it will manually override it for 30 seconds and allow you to continually drain. You will do that and visually inspect that bag to make sure that that bag is completely empty and you will no longer have to override it. Okay, and when you're done, you just simply hit the stop button, which would be right here. You hit the stop button and that will stop that from manually draining. Now, it's important to realize if you have a full bag that typically takes 4 minutes to drain, you may have to override it numerous times in order to solve that issue. Next, we'll talk about the issue would be, does your boat lean while you drive? In a Centurion, that can be one of two things typically. It's either your cat's fin is turned or not calibrated, or one of your rear surf tabs is deployed and is not retracting. Now, if your boat is leaning while you're driving, it's likely that the surf system was left on or your cat's center fin is out of alignment. If you look here, you can see if you forgot to turn off your quick surf, that plate is down. You will not lean while you're sitting still, but the faster you drive, the more the boat's going to lean. Simply go to the quick surf screen, turn your quick surf off. That will raise up your plate and that'll get rid of your lean. The other thing to look at, and this particular boat is not equipped with cats, but that would be your center fin. And if you look under this boat here, you can see we have a fixed center fin, but cats would be the longer fin. I would say it's roughly about this long, and that thing turns left, turns right. The way to calibrate that if it's still leaning is one of two things. You can turn off the batteries and cycle them in 30 seconds. Let it near, it will make that sound and it will recalibrate itself to zero. Or on your screen, there will be a cat's icon. Make sure that's set to zero so that it's aligned nice and straight and your boat no longer leans.